What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Littleroot Laddering. So, it is the brand new month, meaning it's a brand new rank season, but we're playing the same old team here this week. Finishing up this week with the Kyurem team that we've been playing all week. So, let's just jump right in, see what we can do now that we're back in Great Ball, and hopefully rattle off a couple wins today. I'm excited. The team's been really fun. Make sure you stick around till the end to pick up that rental code if you're interested in it. Of course, we do a more in-depth breakdown of the team and everything in the first episode, so make sure you check that out, and check out the other two episodes as well. So, let's see. Cinderace. That's a mon I haven't seen in a hot minute. I didn't realize I was playing Unite. So we have Comfey here with Lugia, which is really cool to keep it super healthy and super bulky. Also have Ensign, Rillaboom, and Whimsicott here. I wonder if their Comfey and or Whimsicott have Trick Room. Like, this is a team that feels like it wants to go fast. So I'm thinking like Rillaboom plus Porygon up front. I also see like Metagross Porygon, and that would deal with Comfey if that's what they lead. I think I like these four. Rillaboom Metagross leaves me a little weak to Cinderace. I think it's fine. I think we will be A-okay. So let's see what opponent is bringing here to the table. Let's see what we can do here in game number 1. I'm excited to play with this team a little more. The last episode, we didn't do too hot, but it was a really fun video, so I'm excited to see what we can do here. It's going to be Whimsicott, Cinderace. So this feels free to just fake out plus Trick Room, which I'm pretty okay with. As soon as we get through all this, and we get the special attack boost, that's also quite good. Cinderace doesn't get taunt, right? I don't believe so. I feel like I would know that if it did. No protect from the Whimsicott, that's good. It's really a lot of damage. I'm just gonna go for a high jump kick, but we should live this. Unless they crit. Oh, P2, you gotta calm down there, buddy. That was a little too close for comfort. So we can just recover and we can Grassy Glide into the Cinderace's turn. So let's see. I like clicking recover. Good Woodhammer, since we know we're slower than them. This gets punished if they go for protect this turn. But, then we just make the same play next turn? Okay, they're going to withdraw. I wonder if this is Comfey coming in. No, it's going to be Ensign. Okay. Pretty alright with this so far. So we do get our recover off. No protect coming out as well. Woodhammer should do a sizable chunk here to the Cinderace. Heck yeah. Sick. So now what do I like? What do they bring back out? Do they bring out their Lugia or do they bring out Whimsicott here? I mean, this is assuming that Lugia is their last, and I don't know why it wouldn't be. Yep, okay. I feel like this is going to be policy. And I feel like regardless of what P2 does, it's not going to be enough. So I think I'm just going to click recover again. I think I want to switch out into Kyurem here. And then this will allow me to go for Shadow Ball plus Freeze Dry next turn to Lugia. If this is a parting shot into my Kyurem, it doesn't feel great. Okay, no fake out. So that probably means it's a parting shot. P2 is back to full, so that's also good. Oh, it's just a parting shot into my Porygon. I'm pretty okay with that. I think we probably want to go for Ice Beam plus Freeze Dry, because that gives us a double chance to freeze. They're gonna Calm Mind. Well, that's really bad for us. We really don't have a good way of punching through that. I wonder if we just ignore the Lugia. Is that correct? Two turns of Trick Room left. I could just Ice Beam into the Whimsicott and Dragon Pulse the Lugia. Okay, they're just going to withdraw. This is also fine. I just don't want to trigger a policy on the Lugia if there is one. It's like going for this neutral hit into it is fine. We really don't have a good answer to Ensign here either. Like, all things considered, we don't really have a solid answer. It's an Aeroblast into Kyurem. It does decent damage, all things considered. And we do not do decent damage. But that's also multi-scale as well, so now that multi-scale is gone, we should do significantly more. I think I want to switch to Metagross this turn and just continue to chip away at this Lugia. This might be a throw, seeing how like they still have Whimsicott in the back so they can bring it in and set up a Tailwind. But I think I'm pretty okay with that if that's their play. Okay, they're going to Calm Mind again. I feel like this game's just going to come down to us getting a crit. But what's good is now that Trick Room is over, Kyurem is faster than Lugia. That also did not do a lot. So Terrain is over, Trick Room is over. I think this turn I want to double the Ensign here to try to remove it before it takes out my, like, before they get a big Flare Blitz into my my Metagross. It's decent damage. Okay, they've shown us Recover, Aeroblast, Calm Mind. I'm assuming they probably also have Psychic. And we are faster than the Ensign as well. Not enough to pick up the KO. Meaning they're going to go into Berry range. Meaning we might lose Metagross here. Oh no, they're going to go into Kyurem. Okay. So now I can Meteor Mash the Lugia and Dragon Pulse the Ensign here. I feel like they probably have like Psychic as their last one. That's a good switch. That's a good switch from our opponent's end. And they're gonna set up a third Calm Mind. I feel like this game's really just gonna come down to getting a crit. And like at this point, I feel like since they're so boosted anyway, like weakness policy doesn't make that big of a difference. I'm gonna Bullet Punch the Whimsicott. No, that's dumb. I'll just Meteor Mash the Lugia. And I am going to Glaciate this turn. Like, they're gonna set up Tailwind. No, they just go for a Moonblast. Okay. Like, sure, that takes my Kyurem out, but it's kind of whatever. They have Earth Power. Well, that's really bad. Huh. I don't think we can beat this this Lugia, guys. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't feel comfortable beating this Lugia. Very, very interesting. Alright, I think it's time to trigger the policy on Lugia. I don't think we're getting anywhere playing this cat and mouse game. Like, they're already at +3. Going to +5 is not going to make a big difference in their damage output. So, like, we need to... I think we need to either crit the Ice Beam or freeze this turn. And I think those are our only, like, 2 outs to getting back in this game. Yep, there's the policy. Okay. So we're very dead. We're very, very dead. Okay, now what? We'll protect Rillaboom this turn. And try to crit the Lugia. I don't feel good, guys. I do not feel good. Okay, they fake out in the P2. That's unfortunate. They're just going to click recover. Yeah, we literally don't have a way of punching through this Lugia at this point. I don't think there's like any possible way we come back in this game. We can Woodhammer into the Ensign. We can Grassy Glide into Lugia to break multi-scale. Like, I think this is our only play, is... And I don't even think a crit's gonna be enough. It's actually really good damage. I'm assuming this is into P2. Yep, no chance we... How did we live a +5 Aeroblast? I mean, we're still gonna lose because we're slower than the Ensign, so even if we do get the freeze here, it does not matter. We crit? Freeze? Nope, never lucky. Never lucky. Man, Lugia is actually, like, absurd. Like, obviously you have a bunch of problems in this format between, like, Regieleki, fake out galore. So, like, multi-scale isn't all that useful because it's not reliable. But, like, you do have just enough bulk on it to be able to do things. I am interested in looking at this, see what we missed out on. Yep. Babiri. Yep, pretty standard there. Okay. Tailwind Endeavor. That's a combination that exists. Yeah, nothing really surprising here. We don't have a way of punching through the Lugia ever. So let's get here to the next game, see what we can do. Hopefully come back from a pretty tough matchup there. I don't think. Like, Zapdos doesn't do anything there. Crobat could have been useful so we could haze, but like even then it's not all that powerful. This is a team that exists. So Politoed Araquanid is cute, but then we have 3 grass types with Pharaoh, Rillaboom, and Whimsicott. Good lord, I'm blanking hard on names today. And then we have Reshiram rounding out the team as well. I like our Rillaboom. It deals with Politoed. It deals with Araquanid pretty well. We don't have a great way of punching through Reshiram. Zapdos doesn't look awful because we can like Thunderous Kick into the Pharaoh. I think we want like Crobat, Rillaboom with Zapdos, Kyurem in the back. I think trying to get a Tailwind up here and KOing their Whimsicott. The problem is like we're not going to be able to pressure their Whimsicott before they get it. That's not true. We can fake out plus. We can fake out plus Cross Poison the Whimsicott on one if they lead it into Tailwind plus Grassy Glide, their other thing. It's really dependent on what they lead here, I think. It's gonna be Reshiram Whimsicott. Okay, so yeah, we can just take out their Whimsicott here. And honestly, I think I'm fine trading my Rillaboom for their Whimsicott here. It's obviously very bad if they have Protect. I need to look. I need to look to see like the chances of this Whimsicott having Protect. Internet, not right now, please. Please cooperate. Internet, thank you. Internet, thank you. 48%. I don't feel good about this play. Okay, Whimsicott does Protect. So I feel like a genius for my play then. It actually did a lot. So now we have to Tailwind to match their Tailwind. And we will protect Rillaboom here because I'm anticipating a Blue Flare into it. And then the following turn we can Grassy Glide, Cross Poison into the Whimsicott, take it out. Question mark, beat up the Reshiram. Like, Rillaboom's not really doing anything in this match. Unless they have exactly Politoed in the back, which I don't believe so with them bringing Reshiram here. I don't see a reason for them to. Because, like, we don't have a fire type to punish them for having multiple grass types here. So I don't really see... Oh! Oh! Interesting! They're gonna Fusion Flare into my Crobat. No burn? Okay, no burn. No Life Orb, so what is their item on Reshiram? Is it Assault Vest? I think Pharaoh protects. So I think I like going into Zapdos here. And I kind of want to Woodhammer the Reshiram just to see how much this does. I want to preserve Crobat so we can potentially get up a second Tailwind here. That did not do a lot, guys. That did not do a lot. It also didn't protect. Shadow Ball. Legitimately did not know that it had Shadow Ball. Yeah, you're going to take away my Miracle Seed. That's completely fine. So now I can Blaze Kick into the Ferrothorn here. And... I think I'm fine to swap into Crobat in this slot. I don't want to bring Kyurem in and have it get hit. And I think they go for a blue flare this turn, or a fusion flare into ooh, gonna withdraw the Ferrothorn. Gonna bring out the Whimsicott. Well, unless you were exactly Sash, which I mean, most likely. Yep, okay. I mean, that crit would have been real nice. And they fusion flare into my Zapdos. Please stop that. But this is fine because now I can bring out... I wonder if this is Assault Vest on Reshiram. Like, the way this game is played makes me think that it is. I can bring out Kyurem here. They can set up Tailwind. That's fine. Because then I can... Glaciate to pick up the KO on the Whimsicott, slow down the Reshiram, and then we can go for just a cross poison into it. Just to do some extra damage. Oh, they're gonna withdraw. They're gonna bring out the Pharaoh. Okay, good switch. Good switch. I bet they were just going for a Moonblast there. That's what that play tells me. The fact that they didn't set up Tailwind tells me that they were just going for... they were trying to set up their... Trying to pick up a KO on my Kyurem, if I was to guess. So I think now... They're going to bring out Araquanid. Okay. Well, I can freeze dry that. And I can... I bet they'd knock off into my Kyurem. I'm just going to set a Tailwind. I just want to set Tailwind here. No protects from either of their Mons. This should do a solid chunk. I would classify that as a solid chunk. A Liquidation into Crobat, pick up the KO on it. And then I'm assuming this is a knockoff into my Kyurem. Get rid of my Assault Vest. Oh, it's just Gyro Ball. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, that hurt a lot. Well, Rillaboom, can you somehow deal with a Reshiram? I don't think so. I don't think Rillaboom really cares for this Reshiram in the back. I think they switch out the Araquanid this turn. I don't have my Miracle Seed either. Yeah, I don't see a way we win this game. They switch out the Araquanid into Reshiram, so I can't just Grassy Glide to pick up the KO on the Araquanid there. Gyro Ball into my Rillaboom under Tailwind is going to do a solid chunk and most likely pick up the KO. And I'm not in a position where I can threaten the Ferrothorn at all because I don't have like high horsepower or Drain Punch or something along those lines to deal with it. The fact that they targeted down my Zapdos so aggressively is actually really unfortunate for us. I expected them to target down the Rillaboom slot and take out the Crobat that turn instead. And then Zapdos is like our best answer to their Ferrothorn. The fact that they also brought, two of their grass types was really concerning as well, seeing how we have a Zapdos on our team. Obviously, we don't have flying coverage, but it is important to note that, like, none of their grass types line up particularly well against our Zapdos. Last game of the day, we have... why is it always hard Trick Room, man? Why is it always hard Trick Room? At least this one's unique with Runrigus and Vikavolt. I do like both of those Mons. The downside here is... I'm going to bring this Crobat. And I'm going to bring this Rillaboom. We have speed investment. So, indeed, he's going to be slower than us. I think I want P2 and Metagross here. Kyurem doesn't line up particularly well against like their Calyrex or their Mimikyu. And like Runrigus also probably does just a solid chunk to us. So I think leaving it home is probably fine. I don't feel great. I will put it like that. They're wearing my Shuckle t-shirt and I don't approve. That's my shirt, opponent. Let's Mimikyu and Didi. Alright, well this is a free taunt. Yeah, they are going to be slower, so this is fine. No, they just clicked follow me. I'm an idiot. I'm not an idiot. I don't have a way of dealing with this. I mean, do I really want to taunt the Ndidi? Not particularly. I'm going to bring out P2. I can also switch out Rillaboom. Rillaboom switch out to P2. What does Crobat do? Do I want to bring out Metagross? Not particularly. Like, this is a free Trick Room for them, so how do I play this turn knowing that Trick Room is going up? I can taunt the Ndidi, and I want to switch out here into Porygon. I should have taunted into the Mimikyu in the off chance that they don't click follow me. Yeah, I should have taunted into the Mimikyu slot. Always make them redirect it. Yeah, because they now still get Trick Room up. Whereas had I taunted into the Mimikyu slot, they don't get Trick Room. I go down to Sash, but that's whatever. So now I just lose my Crobat for no reason. This is probably a Swords Dance for Mimikyu if I was to guess. Oh, they just also protect. That's also fine. Yeah, just gonna be expanding force. Yeah, I lost this game by literally not taunting their Mimikyu like I should have. Because if I do, then they don't protect this turn. I can then get a Cross Poison off into them, break their disguise. No, I do not. I mean, it's these Trick Room matchups that, like, specifically with this team, feel absolutely awful. Like, it has not felt particularly close at all with this team. So now I think we just... I'm going to Grassy Glide the Mimikyu and Shadow Ball it. Try to get some damage in on this. This is really bad if they click follow me. Yeah, they're going to withdraw the Ndidi. That's fine. They're going to bring out Ensign. This is also fine. Because we still break the disguise and then we get a super effective Shadow Ball into the Mimikyu. So now I can swap out Ensign. I can swap out Rillaboom into Metagross this next turn. Yeah. Yep. Alright. This game has felt absolutely awful from start to finish. There's their Life Orb. That means weakness policy is most likely on Shadow, on Kelly Ice. Just has not felt, like, honestly, these hard Trick Room matchups have been absolutely awful for us. And, I mean, obviously, you can make the claim that this game I definitely misplayed. I was in a rush for time, and, you know, that's not an excuse because I was still trying to think through my play. But I talked about going for the taunt into the Mimikyu, and in hindsight I didn't because I anticipated the follow me from the Ndidi. In hindsight, that's obviously incorrect. We should always taunt the Mimikyu there. Because if they don't click follow me for whatever reason, like our opponent did, then we prevent the Trick Room from going up. Then Crobat is able to break the disguise, and then P2 is able to, we can then go for, Shadow Ball into it to try to KO the Mimikyu before they ever get, before they ever get their ball rolling. But, it is what it is. Obviously, this game is a very prime example as to, hey, here's how you need to play these. Don't play incorrectly. Assault Vest Ensign, nothing really surprising there. Focus Edge, Vikavolt. I don't know if we actually need Sash on this. Like, you have really decent HP. Like, you have decent HP, you have decent bulk. I don't know if you need Sash on this. Odd Incense. Yeah, that's very peculiar. Rocky Helmet. Okay. This is a thing that exists. Yeah, then policy on the Shadow Rider. Well, that's unfortunate. But, I mean, I think we went 1-2 against Shadow Rider. And the first game that we won was basically on the back of a crit, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this team has been extremely entertaining this week. When this team is good, it's absurd. And Swede did say if we got a 3-0, he was going to grind this team to Master Ball. So I'm excited to see if he comes through on that. Seeing how we had one of those earlier in the week. But that is going to be it, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out all week with us, playing some less than ideal teams. But they all aren't perfect, and this shows you. This is a prime example as to exactly how team building can actually affect your in-game choices. There's a bevy of things on this team that you could change and better them as a result. And end of the day, I think because of the restriction that was put on this team of playing with Kyurem, and so we just wanted to play with less than popular mons, which is fine. That's completely acceptable. You can still do okay, and we did have some very good games, and every game I've played this week has felt at some point like it was going to be winnable for the most part. Some have obviously been much more difficult than others, but they're not all a walk in the park. So that is going to be it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week with some more Littleroot laddering. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.